Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Best Bet Live. My name is Wes. I'm going to be hosting our 2-5 No Limit Hold'em Deep Cash game this evening. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, we got some good action in store. 2-5 No Limit Hold'em Deep. That's a $1,500 max buy-in. Got a couple players buy in for that $1,500. A few of them a little less. We'll run down the list in just a moment. Game will be getting underway momentarily. Drawing for a button. Again here, Best Bet Live, streaming out of Jacksonville, Florida. If you're in the area, 201 Monument Road. Come on down and pay us a visit. Hey, Jack, thanks for joining us. Just to let you know, our next stream is going to be October the 2nd. That is going to be the final table of event number 5, WPT event number 5, $200 buy-in, no limit hold'em, $50K guaranteed in the prize pool. A little more on that in just a moment. Clint in the 7th seat picks up ace jack of diamonds. Makes the raise $25. Yeah, I was along for the ride. Couple new faces to the stream. Several regulars as well. 3 clubs on the flop. Yao picks up a really nice straight draw here. Check, check. Surprised Clint didn't get in a C bet there. And that is not going to do anything to get Yao out of there. In fact, we got a raise. I like it. And that should get Clint to fold. 2 overcards. No club in his hand for the possible flush. And there he goes. Lays it down. First hand of the night going to Yao. Scoops up about 50 bucks. Take a look at our players here. Kevin in seat 1. He started with $1,500. Don in seat 2. Started with a grand. William, Chris, Russ, Trey, Clint in seat 7, Don in seat 8, Yao in seat 9. There's some good action here. Oh, you are right about that, Jack. We should be streaming that. I don't know why it's not coming up on my schedule here.
6 folds, 7 folds.
I had up the wrong page. I don't have that on there. So the next stream is going to be the final day for event number 1. And that is the $360 buy-in, 100K guaranteed, no limit hold'em event. So that will be on Sunday, the 29th. And then after that will be October 2nd. Wednesday, we'll be streaming event number 5. Don's got a suited ace, ace tray of hearts, bottom pair. He puts the bet in at $60. Nobody really has anything to call, so it's gonna slide. So event number 5, an announcement about that one. Again, that's the $50K guarantee, $200 buy-in. There are 4 flights into that. That's Monday and Tuesday, the 30th and the 1st. Flights at 11 a.m., 6 p.m. both days. 15,000 starting chips, 30-minute levels on day 1, 40-minute levels on day 2. We'll be streaming the final table of that. And again, this is event number 5. Whoever wins event number 5, on top of whatever they win out of the prize pool, we're going to be putting in another $5,000 ticket into our WBT main event. Something a little extra there, spice it up. You might have to be a little sick that day, Jack. Good heads-up action. Clint raised it up. King 9 of spades. Gets Trey to fold his King 9 of clubs. Still a little early in the game. People trying to feel each other out. Not a bad fold there. Now, if you are in the area tonight, you can still enter into the satellite. It's the $590 with $60 rebuys, no limit hold'em satellite. And we are guaranteeing 5 packages. We're giving away 5 packages tonight. There's a seat into event number 1, event number 5. Let's see, what's the 570? Let me make sure I get that one right. Event number 7 and the main event, $5,000 buy-in. The package is valued at over $6,000. So we're guaranteeing 5 of those packages tonight. You can buy in until about 9 o'clock, first 6 levels. And again, that's a $590 entry with $60 rebuys. So if you're in the area, try to get down here so you can win one of those really nice packages that we're giving away for this WPT event. Interesting. Chris folding pocket 5s there. Short stack to the table. Maybe wants to find a better spot, better position, better hand to get it tangled with some of these bigger stacks.
Even in position?
I'd do it, but I'm way down here.
I know you would do it. Just so you know, I run bad at that. Very bad. I'll either play or just you just pay the fine and take it out. Or you just don't play. That's it. I won't play.
One call, 2 calls.
Here we go. William picking up ace jack of clubs. Gets a raise together.
3, 4 folds, 5 folds.
Look like 35.
7,
Oh, she
fold 9.
got the wrong person folding there. Have to back that one up.
Where you at?
Did anybody call?
6 folds, 7 calls, 8 folds, 9 folds, 1 call,
9 call,
2
1
calls.
call, 2 call, 3 call.
11 calls, 12 calls, 13 calls.
All right. So we got a $35 raise, 3 callers, 4 players to the flop. 6 high flop, 2 spades.
1 checks, 2 checks.
Kevin flopping 2 pair, 6s and 5s.
75.
Checks to the button. Clint with the open-ended straight draw bets at 75.
1,
Kevin's in.
10 of spades in the muff. 2 folds.
No wonder I ain't keep mine at the end. Shit.
3 folds. We're heads up.
7 of clubs comes on the turn, giving Clint the straight.
Check 1. Checks up.
Checks behind Kevin. Jack's a blank. Looks like that was a good check by Clint. Kevin thinking his 2 pair are good, bets it. $115. Clint just flats. He's going to take it down here. 7 high straight.
Straight.
perfect flop for his
One
bad turn. Should have been a 6.
Ready?
What? You have a fancy?
So plenty of action coming your way via Best Bet Live the next couple of weeks with WPT in town. We're going to be having feature and final tables for a whole bunch of events, a couple pretty exciting cash games as well. If you're interested in checking out that schedule, visit our website, bestbetjacks.com. So hit the poker tab, go down to Best Bet Live. It has the entire upcoming schedule. If you see a cash game on there that you are interested in playing in, you can send your information to Johnny P at bestbetjacks.com and get on the list for one of those. Of course, if you want to get on one of those final table live streams, just got to get into the tournament.
Volley.
William picking up ace-king this hand. Raises it to 35. Don calls the button. 7-6 of diamonds, 2 live cards. And very live indeed right now. Ooh. So he has a pair of 6s. He's got the open-ended straight flush draw. We're checking flop. King of hearts. William has the top pair, but pretty sure anything he bets is Don's going to call. $40. It's pretty modest. Don, he's got the world, waiting for the world here on the river. There is spades, a blank. Ace king's good.
80 is the best in place.
No, yeah, I don't think he can. He's pretty sure he can't bet William off of this. Bad run out for that hand, to be sure. William takes it down. Ace king is good.
Straddle on the button. Straddle on the button. Turn it in. Go right ahead.
Oh,
Fold
shot
1,
it.
fold 2,
Yeah.
fold 3, fold 4, fold 5, fold 6, fold 7.
Be live now.
He makes it 35.
Right for that hand, Don picks up pocket queens. And the cutoff raises to 35. Yao right behind on the button. King, queen of hearts. He flats.
Heads up.
Just the two of them to the flop. Ooh. 2 hearts. Yao's got the flush draw, gut shot, straight draw. Don with the overpair. His first act. Hey, Sports Fan 11 from Australia. Thanks for tuning in. Best Bet Live here.
8.
So Don's going to bet his overpair $60.
All right.
Now makes the call. Turn card's a blank for both of them. Don's going to keep firing here. Maybe put Yao on ace 10. Flush draw, perhaps.
160 is the bet.
It's about $200 in the pot. $160 is the bet. Given away, well, this is a cash game. It is jackpot eligible, so we could see a bad beat occur here. High hand, it is eligible for the high hand, running from 8 to 11 p.m. tonight. $500 every 30 minutes. Be fun to see one of those.
160.
So Yao asking what the call is, and he does make the call. Looking for a heart or a jack. And blinks out. Don's queens are good. Does he have another bullet in here? $500 in the pot. Yeah, it's enough to get you out of fold. More than enough. Don takes that one down. First, one of the bigger pots so far. As the action has just begun here on Best Bet Live, streaming a 2-5 no limit hold'em deep game. It's a $1,500 max buy-in. Streaming on a 15-minute delay out of Jacksonville, Florida, 201 Monument Road. Come down and pay us a visit. Interesting. Trey picking up pocket jacks. See how he plays them.
Raise to 25 from the 6. 8 folds.
$25 raise. Yao on the cutoff with a suited ace. He makes it. Makes the call. Looks like it's just going to be the two of them.
Fold 3.
Heads up action.
Heads up. Six of hearts, 8 of spades, king of clubs.
Rainbow flop, king high.
6.
And Trey gets the C-bet in. And that's enough for Yao. Gets him on a king. Or anything better than an ace-4. Lays it down. WPT coming to town. We have the main event. And that is on Friday, October 11th, and Saturday, October 12th. Day 1A, Day 1B. Noon starts both days. 60-minute levels. We're going to start with 40,000 in chips. We'll be live streaming. So live streaming of the final table will be on Tuesday, October 15th. That's a $5,000 buy-in, $1 million guaranteed flagship tournament here, Best Bet Jacksonville. A bunch of bounties in that one. Talk about that after this hand.
Raise to 30 from the 8. 9 folds. 1 fold. 2 calls.
That's a good point, Jack. From what I remember, I'm pretty sure we have seen Yao here on the stream before. Very aggressive player.
Original?
And he will we will see a lot of flops and a lot of rivers, actually.
So you Gator fan?
Oh, of course.
Gator guys.
We're going to hear 3 players. Don with pocket
People I grew up
nines.
with that aren't Gator fans, they're FSU fans. Weird.
Don P with pocket sevens on the button.
People that couldn't get it, just didn't get it in the US.
Chris is there with ace 10. King high flop. First to act. He's betting.
25 is the best one fold.
His stack size might make people a little nervous when he's betting. The fact that he's a pretty tight player. Don makes the call. King on the turn. It's not slowing Chris down.
25 is the best one fold.
Don with pocket nines here. Not going away.
Raise to 80.
Puts the pressure back onto Chris. He's going to lay it down. And he does indeed lay it down. Nice raise by Don there.
Choppy.
beat King 5?
Queen 5?
King 5.
Yes. It's possible. But not likely.
Right. A King 5 hard.
Yeah, straddle on the book.
I'd be shocked what I had against you, though, the first hand.
Yeah. Mate, you saved yourself some money, really.
I flopped it.
10 to go, there's a shred. 4 calls,
Should have released it.
5 folds,
Bet the flop. Maybe flat, maybe flat. Maybe flat. Not different.
raise 25, 26, 8 folds, call 9, fold 1, call 2, call 3, and call 4. 5 players. You mind moving it?
All right, your big hand, 5 players to the flop.
4.
Jack high. Not sure what Don has. The reader's not picking it up. Try to play along. See if we can guess.
Check 6,
So far we're checking. Oh, that's why
9,
Don folded.
check 2,
Oh, that's a different Don.
check 4,
There we go. We're caught up here. So we got a check flop. Trey here deciding to put a bet in. He's got an ace. Gut shot straight draw.
call 2,
Just want to get a feel for
3,
what's going on here.
call 4.
And Don makes the call.
Check 6,
Don's going to have at least make that call, heart draw or a pair. On the turn there, maybe a straight draw. Call the pre-flop raise of $25. Check to him, he puts the bet out. Trey's going to fold this one.
six folds.
Oh, there we go. King, queen. River the straight. King high.
Done good. Thank you.
So that Best Bet Bounty Scramble, $5,000 buy-in, the $1 million guaranteed prize pool with our WPT main event. We've got a whole bunch of featured bounties. Every time you knock one of these guys out, you're going to get $2,500. Matt Savage, a couple, let's see, Anthony Zeno, Esther Taylor, Mr. Bart Hansen, Lena Evans, Mike Sexton, locals Paul Petralia, Nabil Perezi, a whole bunch more.
Fold 8.
Plenty of action. More information, be sure to check out our website, bestbetjacks.com. You can see the full list of events for our WPT Best Bet Bounty Scramble series,
Raise 25.
including that $1 million guaranteed event.
Call 5. Fold 6. Call 2. 3 players.
William raises it here with King 10 offsuit. Pocket 8's calls, and then a loose call by Don with 6 deuce of clubs. 3 spades.
Check 3 or check 2.
William the only one with a spade. Checks to him.
45 is the best.
Gets the C bet in.
That's all 2. Done good.
That's enough to get everybody to fold.
Give him all of this button. All the blinds. 3 on the left. How dare you.
If you are new to the stream, thanks for joining us here, Best Bet Live. We are on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube Live. If you like what you see, be sure to follow us. Get updates whenever we go live in the future. sure to share it for all your friends and family to watch as well. You can watch archived events on our YouTube page and on our Twitch page and on Facebook as well. We've got 3 players to the flop. Queen high, 2 hearts.
Check 8. Check 9.
Yeah, flopping
Check 4.
bottom pair. It's looking pretty strong. Checks over to Chris.
Check
He
8.
checked as well. Picks up the spade draw on the turn. And the open-ended straight draw.
40 is the bet for 9. Call.
Yeah, I'll bet his pair with a straight draw. Chris makes the call. Spade on the river. Locks it up for Chris. See if we can get anything more out of Yao on the spot. $150 in the pot. About what Chris has in front of him. 100 bucks. Now with a pair of 6s, it's gonna be hard to make a call here. Bunch of overcards. Flush got there. But it's also early. Try to get some information on another player here. Might be worth it. I don't know. He thinking about it, really wants to, it looks like. He does. Decides to pay him off. He wants to see what he has. He's going to show the nut flush. Take this one down. Getting early in the game with the cumulative winnings here. Don sitting up top. Already up over $340. Clint and Chris. William up. Everybody else trying to claw their way back in. Plenty of poker left to go. Quiet table, not very sociable. Hopefully that they open up a little bit as we go.
4 folds. 5 folds. 6 folds.
Yeah, I'm okay with chop.
We'll chop the blinds here, move on to the next hand. I haven't really seen any straddles yet either. Now we allow a under the gun straddle in this game of $10. Under the gun. Don picks up pocket kings. He just flats, hoping somebody's going to raise for him. It doesn't look like anybody has anything to do that with. Oh, Trey's got a suited 9-7. Makes a little raise, $20. And here's where we see, ooh, Yao picks up ace jack of clubs. He makes the call. Here's where we see Don lay down the hammer.
Raise to 105.
105. Got the limp raise here pre-flop. That should send some red flags up. Imagine Trey's going to lay this one down. He's got all the information he needs. Oh, he wants to see it. Pretty loose call there by Trey with the 9-7 of spades. Yao, ace jack of clubs after that. He's, I mean, he's in bad position here. But I don't see him laying this one down. Pre-flop, at least. Does make the call.
All 9. 3 players.
10 high flop rainbow.
9 checks.
A little over $300 in the pot. Really no draws here that you can put anybody on. I don't want to bet too much. You want to get at least one caller.
225 is the bet from 2.
Got the C bet in, 225. Trey looking suspiciously over at Don, thinking he's live. I don't know what he's thinking. What he can beat here. Can't even really beat a bluff. Yeah, he lays it down, rightfully so. Back to Yao. He insta-mucked, and that's good for Don. Pocket kings survive. Makes about 200 bucks there.
Rattle on the book. 7th place window open. We have to input it, yeah.
But like, does it say that, like online?
No. So we got straddle here. Fold 1, fold 2, fold 3. No, there is a priority. He's posted.
Oh, just post.
4 folds. No, it's here under the gun. We have a raise 40, 25, 6, 7, 8, 4. And forward now. Button good. And we're going to straddle on the button again.
So we're doing the button straddle here, $10.
Straddle. 2 folds.
Folds over to William, king, queen of diamonds.
4 folds.
Raises it up, 30 bucks.
5 folds. 6
Interesting,
folds.
Trey folds his suited ace. Clint makes the call with pocket tens. Back to Kevin on the button.
And all 1. 3 plays.
$10 button straddle. Picks up ace 9 of clubs. Pretty strong hand in that position. Makes the call. 3 players to the flop.
Deuce of spades, jack of hearts, 8 of spades.
Jack high flop, 2 spades.
Bet from 3. Call 7.
William with the C bet. Clint makes the call. Kevin's out of there.
Heads up.
Heads up. Jack of diamonds on the turn.
Check 3.
Yeah, William's going to slow down quite a bit here after he got a call.
55.
Clint
Bet from 7.
can smell that one. He makes the bet.
Call 3.
And he got a call. You see the river. 5 of spades. Interesting. Spade draw gets there. See if William decides to rep anything. First to act on the river. And he does. He's getting a bet together.
1 bet. 3 bets, 125.
So we got a $125 bet by William here. Clint. I might probably gonna lay this down. You got a pair of jacks on the board. Flush draw got there. Oh, he does make the call. Good call, Clint. With pocket tens, 2 pair of jacks and tens are going to take this one.
Very good.
Then check it out.
Thank you. Five folds. 6 folds. 7 folds. 8 folds. 20 is the bet for 9. 1 fold. 2 folds.
Table as a tap.
You get to see that somebody come.
Fold 3. Wins, call 4. Heads up.
All right, Yao in the hijack, raising 6-4. Offsuit gets a call out of Chris with ace-9.
Leave it on.
4 checks.
I'm taking that to the
Flop is blank for both of them. Chris checks. Yao gets the C-bet in. Chris likes his ace. Makes the call. Queen of Hearts on the turn.
Boys.
25.
Bet here, probably get Yao to fold. Chris bets 25.
One gone down, one gone down, one gone left.
And that's good for the pot. Nice bet by Chris there on the turn.
Thank you. And, on the book.
And if you're just joining the stream, thank you for tuning in. Best Bet Live, streaming out of Jacksonville, Florida. 201 Monument Road. If you're in the area, come pay us a visit. Tonight, actually, from 8 to 11 p.m. $500 high hands every 30 minutes. This table is jackpot eligible. We could see a high hand here. We could see a bad beat here. Bad beat is currently quad 8s or better beaten.
3 folds. 4 folds. 5 folds. Call 6. 4 to 5 is a bet. 7. 9 folds. 1 fold. Call. Fold 2. Fold 3.
So this hand was straddled. We had a $10 button straddle. Clint raising ace-10 of diamonds. It's a call out of Trey and William. William defending the straddle here. Oh, I'm sorry, just William. Heads up. 7-5 deuce. 3 hearts.
Check 7.
William picks up the open-ended straight draw. We're checking to the turn. Queen of hearts.
7. Check 3.
Check, check.
Check 7.
check.
Check 3.
Those hearts scared him enough to check it all the way down. Pair of 6s are good on the river. And again, if you are in the area, you got about an hour and 15 minutes to get in here and register for the $590 with $60 rebuy mega into the WPT Series package. Again, the package includes a $360 seat, a $200 seat, $570 seat, and a $5,000 WPT Championship seat. The whole package valued at $6,130. So again, you want to try for that satellite tonight. We are guaranteeing at least 5 packages given away. $590 buy-in, $60 rebuys. You still got a little over an hour to get down here and register for that one. Lots of value there. If you want to check out the full schedule of events for our WPT series, you can visit our website, bestbetjacks.com. A new player to the table, Scott. See what he buys in for here. And the 3-seat.
Nope. That one says. Yeah. Seat 7 straws. 8 folds, 9 folds. 2 folds. 3 folds. 4 folds. 5 folds. 6 folds. 7 folds.
$10 straddle, lots of calling. We got 6 players seeing the flop here. 2 6s. Checks around a Dawn, pair of 4s, 6s and 4s, makes the bet $20. Scott with the overpair right behind, he calls. And that thinned the field down quite a bit, heads up to the turn. Tray of diamonds. We're checking it. Diamonds scary right there, especially with 4 of them on the river. But Scott picks up the boat. 8's full of 6s. Fortunately, he's not going to get anything out of Don. But it's good enough to win the pot. Welcome to the table, Scott.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the chip stacks currently.
You got a hot seat down there.
Thank you.
Eight on the turn.
Really?
What'd you show?
I had 4. Turn 3 pair.
Really?
So we got that $10 straddle under the gun. It's just been calling so far. Round 2, Trey. Ace Jack of clubs raises it up to $35. William right behind, pocket 9s. He makes the call, heads up action. Queen 7-4, 2 hearts. Trey checks it here. Third heart on the turn. Trey still checking over to William. $50. Wouldn't mind a check raise in this spot. Scared of the queen. William betting on the flop and on the turn here. But there it is. Check raise to 125. William makes the call. And we will see the river. Trey looking for an ace, jack, or a heart queen. Does not hit him. But pretty sure, no, yeah. One more bet, he might have been able to take it. Well, shove, maybe. William here laughing, probably just gonna check.
No, I try to look. I don't think I
William checks right behind. His 9s are good. 2 pair.
Yeah, I should barrel that river.
Yeah, you should have, Trey.
Queen's full.
Still very early in the night. This live stream, 2-5, no limit hold'em deep game. $1,500 max buy-in. Only had a couple players buy in for the max. Everyone else was kind of in the middle of the pack there. All right, another gun. We got a $70 raise by Yao with ace jack offsuit. Kevin calls with a suited ace. We'll see the flop. Heads up. There are 2 spades. Kevin's spade draw is good. Now checks it. Let Kevin bet. It's good enough to get Yao to fold.
Thank you.
I got these headphones on so I can hear y'all talk about it. I think I'm listening to it.
Well, you don't like that. Should have barreled on the river. Good raise here by Clint on the button. Jack 8 of clubs, 45. Chris with Jack 10 makes the call. Trey, 9-8 of spades. 3 players to the flop. King high rainbow. Chris flops pair of 10s. He checks them. Well, he knew how strong his hand was here. Check to Clint, the pre-flop aggressor on the button, bets it 55. Excuse me. Chris flats. Pair of 10s. Heads up to the turn. It's a blank 7 of hearts. I guess Clint does pick up the straight draw, looking for. So there's two 9s left. Deuce of clubs does not help. Chris bets, should get enough, should be enough to get Clint to fold here. Oh, maybe not. $60 and about $260. But Clint doesn't have anything to call. He lays it down. Chris chipping up here. Almost doubled up since he started with the start of the game tonight. Chipping up, good for Chris. Take a look at the cumulative winnings again. Just give you an idea of where everybody's sitting.
What happened?
We're going to change the card out real quick. Yeah, these cards, they've got RFID chips inside of them. And that's how the table, in each of those squares in front of the players, that's how they are read. So sometimes, you know, cards are mishandled or they just kind of wear out, and you just change them out. And we'll be good to go.
Yeah, it's like chipped at the top.
Last time I played, it was like 5 or 6 cards we played.
Definitely helps to have the
120, 150.
the chips, RFID chips for live streaming, but it'd be nice to have a, you know, the whole cam for backup,
7 or 8. Or
at least for post-production, any kind of post-production work.
It's what's happening with these cards. It's breaking them.
Big lumps of solder on it. Like stats.
That's right. No, you staple all of them. Yeah, that's right.
10 to call, live shot.
I'm sure they all have staples in it. So then they're all good.
Y'all on break? Where you at?
Nah, right.
Yeah, chips.
A little bit. Still can read by. I ain't read by yet.
Everybody.
I ain't did nothing.
4 cards.
I didn't
Yeah, I mean, we could have more than one deck. It's just if the dealers kept the decks with them when they were pushing it out. You know, that's just another way cards could get damaged moving around. We don't want to have them moving around. The less moving parts when it comes to this, the better. So we'll just change out the card whenever we see an issue. In the long run, it's better. Might slow it down, slow a hand down or two, but in the long run, it's better. We got 3 players to the flop on the flop here, going to the turn. Chris with a pair of aces. So far, his 7 kicker plays. Don's betting his ace. Gets Chris to fold. Back to William, who picked up the king on the turn. Makes the call. Looking for a king and a king only. It's his kicker, would give Don 2 pair. Check, check the river. Chris sees that. His hand would have been good.
Yeah, I just had an ace. What's up, bro? I'll be over there in a second. Shut up, bro. You ain't doing no TV, you dumbass.
You're 6 scared of my kicker.
Oh, you had ace too?
I had a 7.
Ooh, yeah, I'll get
But it ain't.
That's why I was hoping I could get the 75 through. You got it. If, you know, somebody had an ace
I
lick.
contemplated it for just a minute. And then I was like,
It was just enough to get you on out of it. Appreciate that, man. I take that as a pat on the back for me playing some good poker.
All right, we've got a straddle under the gun here, $10. Chris makes the call with ace 10. Russ there in the 5 seat, ace jack. Haven't seen much of him tonight. Laying low. Picked up a hand here. He's raising to ace to $40. See if his type play gets a call. Trey, the 5-4 clubs, makes the call. Probably going to fold back to Chris here with the ace 10. He's going to see the flop. 3 players. Jack 10 deuce, 2 diamonds. Russ with top pair, Chris with middle pair. Chris first act bets it. $40. Probably gonna see a raise here out of Russ. Try to get any potential diamond draw out of there. Top pair, top kicker. $40 was the bet. Raises it up to 125. Should send up some red flags. Chris is paying attention. Russ hasn't played very many hands at all. He does make the call. dodging an ace. Chris does not want to see an ace here. The check back to Russ. Should see another another bet here on the turn. $400. It's about the size of the pot. And that pretty much puts Chris all in. He's got the decision to make here. Does he want to go all in with a pair of tens? It's a higher with the jack on the board. Let's have the blocker for that flush draw that just came up on the turn, but started out short stack. Worked pretty hard to get where he is right now. I don't know if he wants to lay it on the line with this particular hand. That's what he's thinking, though. And he does lay it down. Nice bet by Russ. Nice lay down by Chris. Man, Trey moving all in pre-flop here. I don't know, desperation move, 10-6 off. Kind of scoop the blind. I don't really know. And Clint, Clint folded. It's over to Oh, it worked. It passed. Everybody folded. Trey picks up a couple bucks. Try that again next hand.
If I'm last, I gamble with you.
Nobody wanted to gamble with him.
Got on the 5.
My luck, you was about 7, 8, 9. Could have 10, 6, 6 one time.
And if he moved all in with that, I can imagine he's going to do it here with King 10. And he does. Shove with King 10. If anybody, Yao picks up Ace King. He flats. Don on the button with Ace Jack. I think Trey's going to see quite a bit of action here. Scott right behind him with Ace Queen. And Chris with pocket trays. He got priced in. And Russ.
90 guys.
Wow.
15 more.
Not priced in is Russ. We got 5 players. One of them are all in. Could be a nice pot for Trey. Moving all in with $87. Could win. He's in for 445 of it. 9 high flop, 2 diamonds. Everybody's checking. To the turn. 10 of clubs. Trey picks up the pair. Everybody's, I mean, all the aces are pretty much gone. 4 on the river. Is anybody going to try to take a stab at this?
Show quiet, bro.
No, Trey with the King 10 moves all in pre-flop. It's got 4 callers. Hits the 10 on the turn.
Spot. I was checking. I was like, yeah, he got this.
And he's back in the game.
Thank you.
You look on that one, right?
Yeah, I looked on that one. I did look on that. Yeah, he said he looked.
2 for 2 for not much.
Yeah.
Got on the 6.
That's said I was gonna wait.
Pre-flop action here to Russ. Out of the big blind, picks up pocket tens. He makes the raise to $60. Trey rightfully folds. Back to Kevin in the hijack. He's got position with a suited ace, makes the call. And he hits the ace on the flop. Russ is can't feel good about that with 2 overcards. Somebody calling his pre-flop raise. 130 bucks in the pot. Looks like he's getting a bet together, about 50. A little min raise here to 100. Maybe telling Russ, giving Russ some good information there. A little min raise. But he does elect a call. Gonna see the turn. He needs a 10 to win this, or a nice bet. Check to Kevin. Bets his ace. Yeah, 225. That should be good to get Russ to fold. He's got to get the memo at this point. Yeah, he does. Lays down the pocket tens. Kevin flops a pair of aces and scoops the pot. Back to Russ, this time in the small blind, this time pocket nines. It was a $10 straddle, everybody flat so far. He's gonna get the raise in, and looking at the hands, might be good enough to scoop 40 bucks. And it is. So again, if you are just joining the stream, thank you for tuning in. Best Bet Live, streaming on a 15-minute delay out of Jacksonville, Florida, 201 Monument Road. Tonight we are bringing you a 2-5 no-limit hold'em deep game. It's a $1,500 max buy-in. Our upcoming schedule for the stream, got lots of poker, lots of tournament poker for you guys as WPT comes to town. Our next stream is going to be this Sunday, the final day of event number 1, $360 buy-in, 100K guaranteed. Be streaming the final table for that event, followed by the final tables for event number 5 on October the 2nd, event number 7 on October the 6th. There's a ladies only tournament on the 9th. And event number 13 on the 9th as well. And also pretty exciting, will be a fun watch. We'll be doing the final table of event number 15, and that is a $20,000 buy-in, no limit hold'em high roller event. They get 100,000 starting chips with 30-minute levels. That will definitely be fun to watch. See some big stack poker there for lots of money. Also streaming the final table of the main event, $5,000 buy-in. That stream will be on October 15th, starting at 4 p.m. But if you want to check out the schedule for yourself, visit our website, bestbetjacks.com. Click on the poker tab, go down to Best Bet Live, and see all of our upcoming streams. Any of the cash games you see there, you can get on the waiting list for. Send your information to Johnny P at bestbetjacks.com. So you get on the waiting list for one of those, and you find yourself on the stream right here. Be sure that you're following us here on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook so you can get updates whenever we do go live. Three players to the flop here. King high flop, 2 hearts. William flops a pair of 7s. 8 on the turn. Clint bets, laughs while he does it. And Chris makes the call with the open-ended straight. Does not get there. Trip 8's on the board. Clint's queen is going to take it down. Trip 8's king, queen. And again, our event number 1, kicking off the WPT Jacksonville Fall Series, WPT, starts this weekend. $360 buy-in, no limit hold'em, 100K guarantee. We've got 4 flights. We got 2 of them on Friday at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m., 2 of them on Saturday at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Final day is Sunday with a noon start. Registration is open on all of those flights to the start of level 7. You're going to get 20,000 in starting chips, 30-minute levels on day 1, 40-minute levels if you make it to day 2. And again, we will be streaming the final table of that event, 100K guaranteed, $360 buy-in. Hey, now, son, thanks for joining us. Yeah, we started doing regular streaming here, oh, shoot, a couple years ago now. Got a nice little following. Regular cash games, I'd say, you know, we usually get 2 games going a week now, plus the final tables of any major tournaments, big tournaments that come in. And you can watch most of the archived events on our Facebook page, our Twitch page, and we are back on YouTube. We had a little hiatus from YouTube, but we are back there.
Oh, damn, 4s.
4s out of nowhere.
There's 3 flops. 3 flops. 1 fold, 2 fold. Pocket king. 10 of
Kings win, right?
King win. 3 folds. Got flop the king. God damn, you got it all. 7 folds.
Everybody vote.
That's the one you're waiting for.
Man, y'all gotta play some poker, man.
I had one of those.
I'm gonna leave, man. I don't like that. Everybody being tight. I've been in more hands than anybody.
We got stats to track that, so we'll know what you're on.
I was Strata. Y'all stop that.
Well, you technically only asked the table for 1 round.
Yeah, but the poker take care of itself. That's how you started. Actually, girl, I
Call 1,
won
fold
8.
3,
You don't think
fold
it's
3,
1
fold 4.
Well, you got to ask her to continue. You only just expect her to move in.
Starting to talk a little bit. I like it.
Raise. 40 from the 7.
Clint here in the hijack.
Call 8. Fold 9.
Raises to $40 with Jack 10 off. William makes the call. And Kevin out of the small blind. Queen 10 of clubs. 10 on the flop. Everybody hits the 10. Case 10 on the flop. Kevin checks it. The best kicker, allowing Clint to bet. It's the C bet in. $135 in the pot. Bets 55. Ooh, magic card for everybody. Everybody flopping top pair. Let's see what William wants to do. He flats. Back to Kevin. Flats as well. Ace on the turn. That'll slow the action down a little bit. Check. Yeah, we're all checking here. Go on and check, William. Hey, Tricky Hunter. Thanks for joining us here in Twitch. Ace on the river. Yeah, we're going to check this one down. Because ace has slowed everybody down. Wait, oh, I guess we're not. William, he wants to bet it. Using position here. After everybody checking the turn and the river to him. Thinking his 2 pairs probably good. And the bet might be good, but his hand isn't. Let's see how it plays out. Yeah, 2 aces on the board. Doesn't scare Kevin away. And it was a good call by him. He's going to take this down. Oh, actually, wait, it looks like William had the Queen 10. That's weird. Maybe I was reading that wrong. Huh, to look at that again. Sorry about that, guys.
I'll do that like 17 more times. That was a good day.
That was weird. I went to look at that. I thought I had the right card, like I was reading the right names, but maybe I missed that one.
Hey, you like cool in the game?
Anyway, back to the action here pre-flop. Looks like we had a $10 straddle on the button. Okay, I thought I had the hands right, but it did look like William turned up Queen 10. I guess maybe the readers did just get mixed up there. That happens from time to time. Rely on technology here. Anyway, 3 players to the flop. Don flopping top pair. He checks it. Over to Russ. Does have the ace of diamonds. He bets it. $80. Back to Don. Should see a call here at least. He does flat. Oh, no. That's a raise. 100 on top. Might be hard for Russ. So he's got the nut diamond draw here with 2 cards to go. He does elect a call. Heads up. Ace of spades works just as well in this spot. For Russ, picks up top pair. $619 Poker, welcome. Thanks for joining us here from San Diego. So we check the turn. Trey of spades on the river is a blank. Don reaching for chips here. It was a good check by Russ on the turn. Allowing Don to get a bet here on the river, first to act. Russ calls and flips over his ace. Don shaking his head. Yeah, definitely a good check by Russ there on the turn. Don not thinking he had the ace, makes the bet, pays Russ off. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that when William turned over his hand, he had the queen 10 of clubs instead of Kevin, so like, it was, I guess, just a mix-up, a little glitch in the matrix there. Interesting, Taylor. So you're saying Russ is the Tom Brady of Florida, huh? Good to know. Good to know.
Call 4.
We got a raise out of Don on the button with Jack 8 of hearts, 2 callers to the flop, queen high board. Chris flops top pair, his first to act. $100 in the pot, he bets 25. Yao with middle pair makes the call. Don with the gut shot and the button. He limps as well, he flats as well. Queen on the turn, giving Chris trips, 180 in the pot.
40 is the bet from 4.
A little $40 bet. Interesting card here on the turn. Less likely Chris has a queen. That's why Yao is considering it, but he does lay it down. Back to Don, though. Again with position, trying to get a 10 for the straight, and he makes it. Hits the 10 on the river. River's the straight. This is not good for Chris with trip queens. At least he didn't shove. Well, Don did it for him, moving all in. Chris called. And Don does have him covered. Looks like that's going to be it for Chris here. Good hand for Don. Nice. I mean, he stuck around. He paid for it to hit that straight on the river. We'll take a look at cumulative winnings again. Russ, the Twitch favorite, is up the most of the game so far, up over $650. Yao, again, one of the more aggressive players. He's going to see a lot of flops. He's down almost 800, but plenty of action to go to make it up.
Straight. On the river. Good shot.
6 makes it 20.
Yep. You know it.
8 folds. 9 folds. 2 folds. Call 5. Heads up. Check 5. Check 6. Check 5.
Whatever. I don't chop. You can check it down. Check it out.
30 is the bet from 6.
Talking to me, right?
Call 5. Check 5. Check 6. 16.
Gotta get him out there for the turn.
You want?
And just a reminder, we do have the high hand promotion going on right now until 11 o'clock tonight. Every 30 minutes, we're giving away $500 to the high hand in the room. This table is eligible for that jackpot and the bad beat. If you're in the area, 201 Monument Road, come down and try your luck getting one of those high hands. Or if you just want to watch here at the side, we got a nice little bar set up so you can watch action live instead of on delay. More than welcome to do that.
One fold, two fold.
Still gonna get you out.
Fold five. Fold six. Window.
Let me crush. Flush. Flush.
Hey, I'm spreading TVs, huh? What? Number.
Rattle.
Sir, can I get you some other good
You're like a mom.
Shot on red.
Under them. Nine folds. One folds. Two calls. Five folds. Six folds. Call seven.
Check.
Check eight.
All right, under the gun straddle here, $10. We got 3 players to the flop. Clint with pocket sevens. Flops 2 pair, but William,
15.
queens, and 4s. Clint first to act. He leads out $15. Betting half the pot. That's I guess that got him to fold.
Done good. Thank you.
So William just wasn't interested in that one.
Back. Nine folds. One folds, two folds. Three makes it 20. Five folds. Six folds. Seven folds.
We're going to play, Stinky.
Now, just tell me next time. I get up there and play.
Yeah, we got no list and an open seat. If you're a game, come down and join. 201 Monument Road. Streaming this 2-5 no limit hold'em deep game. $1,500 max buy-in. Open seat.
People watching.
Come on down.
You don't want to look bad.
All on the board.
Things are about to get crazy here as WPT rolls into town. Event number 1 this weekend. All sorts of stuff going on next week. Next couple of weeks. Plenty of action to watch here on the stream.
Fold 8, fold 9, fold 1, fold 2, raise to 20, 23, 5 folds,
Acting crazy. So put on your seatbelt.
Got a raise out of Scott here. Ace queen off suit. Trey making the call. Not sure what he has. Not picking up his hand. We'll try to play along and see if we can figure it out. Queen high flops. Scott with top. He checks.
30 is the bet.
Trying to hook Trey along. He bets $30, and Scott looks like he's just calling here.
Fold 3,
You guys do too? Yeah, might be neighbors.
King of hearts on the turn.
Just our home game.
Checks again. So Trey betting the flop. Looks to bet the turn.
65,
65.
3 folds,
About half the pot. That gets Scott to fold.
Tomorrow was bread on. Everybody gonna have a good time tomorrow.
$360.
thank you.
Oh, tomorrow's the first The first one?
I don't know.
Yeah, we do allow cell phone use of the table. They can't take calls while they're playing, and they cannot watch the stream while they're playing. But texting, listening to music, scrolling around on Facebook. That's something we allow here. It's a house rule.
By hand or?
I won when we got heads up last Saturday, 20,000 seats.
The monsters? I mean,
Yeah,
high roll?
high roll. And the second place was 5,000 tickets. And I got 5,000. I was happy with that.
Did you make a deal for it? A deal for it?
Well, first place was a 20,000 seat. And then I ended up getting 10% of the first one.
Yeah, again, they're talking about the High Roller Tournament, WPT Jacksonville Fall Series, event number 15, $20,000 buy-in. Thursday, October the 10th, 3 p.m. start. 100,000 in starting chips, 30-minute levels. We will be live streaming the final table of that event here on Best Bet Live. Let me check to see if we have any more satellites into that. Yeah, we do have one more mega satellite into that event. That's Wednesday, October the 9th, 6 p.m. $590 entry with $60 rebuys. One seat guaranteed into that WPT High Roller event. Mark your calendars for that. Wednesday, October the 9th, 6 p.m. $590 mega satellite into the WPT High Roller. Looking at the hand here, Don picks up pocket aces out of the big blind, raises to $30. Clint, 3 bets to 90. Right behind him with forward deuce of diamonds. Getting a little frisky there. Maybe getting a little bored. Now she's back to Don. Gonna see a 4-bet here, I'd imagine. Although I wouldn't mind a flat.
But it was over the same day. It wasn't that long. I think it's like 40 minutes.
And we do see a 4-bet, and that should get Clint to lay it down. Just right off that $90.
It was like
4 deuce of diamonds.
I dumped a lot of money. It was a $5.90.
Just for show, though. Think about it. Yeah, he lays it down.
That's a lot of money.
Well, you don't want to for sure, but you got your rebound limit and what you're doing. Pretty much it.
Like, I didn't know today was going on, so I would try to order a ticket.
Got the button straddle here, $10. New player to the table, John, with 8-5 of diamonds, raises it up to $25. Trying to flex his muscle here. Newcomer to the game, gets a call out of Yao. 4 Trey off on the button. And John flops to 5, kings and 5s. 2 hearts. We get the C-bet in, $50 betting the pot. That's good, gets you out of fold. Welcome to the table, John.
Yeah, sure.
Like the theme of the night, first hand you sit down, you're gonna win it. Also wanted to remind you guys something that they just added. We take a look at event number 5. That is a $200 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament, 50K guaranteed. We've got 4 flights.
Got it all in. 2 big stacks, got it all in.
1, 2, 3. Actually, make sure it says 5. No, 4 flights here. Monday the 30th, Tuesday the 1st, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. on both days. So that $200 buy-in gets you 15,000 in chips, 30-minute levels on day 1, 40-minute levels day 2. We're streaming the final table here on Best Bet Live. 50K guarantee, but in addition to whatever first place ends up being, whoever wins it, they're getting an additional $5,000 seat into the WBT $5,000 main event, Best Bet Bounty Scramble. They just added that. Johnny wanted me to let you guys know. Be sure to try your hand at that event. It's going to be a good tournament, plus that added bonus of that 5K seat, whoever wins first.
Obviously you want to win, but I mean, just the min cash is like.
That's what they do. That's what they do in those big tournaments, the main event and stuff. They just like I'm gonna cash no matter what.
6 folds. 25 is the bet. 7.
I want to thank everybody for joining the stream, all of our new viewers, anybody who is watching and is new. Be sure to hit that follow button, subscribe to our channels here, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so you can get updates whenever we go live in the future, especially the next couple weeks. Some really good poker action coming your way with WPT in town. Hey Tom, we're looking forward to seeing you again. Just missing out on all the action WPT coming in November, but it's always a game to play here at Best Bet Jacksonville. Yeah, no giveaways today. Sorry, guys. Just talking poker, watching the game. Sorry, that's above my pay grade.
Right. Now you're like, all right.
It was on 80 more thousand, but the guy 4 kings, the guy that making 40,000, he had ace kings and queens. And everybody fold. And they called the fold over there. He got a 1-round.
Yeah, you're gonna get a penalty there.
They were trying to get him kicked out of tournament, but he got a 1-round penalty.
You have to kick out a tournament, but yeah, you're gonna get a penalty.
I wouldn't say good. I'd say adequate commentary, Jack, but thanks for the compliment. If you're in the area, you're more than welcome to come into the booth and join me here. Watch some poker. Invitation's always open to you, Jack. One of our guest commentators. Hopefully you'll be playing these final tables and won't have to come into the booth to give us your 2 cents. But we always appreciate the company. Jack of Hearts on the turn. Scott picking up a pair of jacks. William picking up a pair of jacks. Scott's 10 kicker plays. Action between the two of them here. Deuce of clubs on the river. William checks. It's going to be good for Scott here. Scoop this one. Hey, Dina. Dina Co. 84 in Twitch. We are streaming out of Jacksonville, Florida. All right, Jack, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Small one.
This is 201 Monument Road in Jacksonville, Florida. If you're in the area, come pay us a visit. You can watch this stream without delay. We got a nice little bar along the side here so you can watch live. We also have the high hand promotion going on until 11 p.m. $500 every 30 minutes. No high hands here yet. Yeah, I probably won't make the flight tonight. But we appreciate you watching out of Oregon. Thanks for joining us here. Be sure to hit that follow button. Interesting here. We got Yao raising pre-flop to $30. King, queen off. Don is in. Scott's in. William in. Pocket fours. 4 players to the flop. Ace high with 2 diamonds. Scott flopping the diamond draw. He's checking right now, except for Scott. He wants to bet that draw.
65 is the bet on 3.
It's about half the pot.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know if he's going to get much action. Looking at these hands, nobody else has a diamond to speak of. No aces out there. Yal, though, yeah, no, he's gone as well. And good bet by Scott.
Is that a record?
One calls, two calls, three folds. $25 is up on 4, 5 folds, 6 folds, 7 folds. Call 8, call 1, call 2, 4.5. 8 checks, 1 check. 2 bets 55.
4 players to the flop here. 6-high board. 2 hearts. Don with the heart draw. He bets at $55. William here looking for a 5 to get a straight. Thinking about making the call. Kevin's probably going to fold right after him. He's getting some chips together. 55 into $100. He lays it down. Kevin folds. Don wins this one on the flop, betting his heart draw.
One folds, 2 calls, 3 folds. Raise to 15 from the fold, 5 folds, 6 folds. Call 7. Fold 8. Call 9. Call 2. 4.5.
For all of you on Facebook, I just posted the upcoming live stream schedule.
30 is the best on 4.
Action here.
Call 7.
John betting pair of 8s on the flop here. 4-way action, $30. Clint with top pair right behind, just flats. 2 clubs on the board. Clint does have the blocker with the queen of clubs. Yao calls with, no, I'm sorry, Yao folded. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. All right, so those heads up here to the turn, the tray of clubs. John betting again. Betting his 8s. He's got the 3 clubs now. And looks like I got a clock call out on the table. I'm going to go take care of that. I'll be right back to the action here. 1 second.
All in on the 4.
Nice
Better
bluff.
than
Your
that?
bluff work. Your bluff work. Play
That
it.
hand, but I got me in trouble. But I ain't think.
A lot of talking going on. I had a winner.
Yeah, I figured you did. Good hand, man.
That's good enough.
Yeah, damn right. I was just saying, if I would have stayed in that hand, would have got me in trouble on that river. So I got up out of there. Felt like you were getting it in there.
That's good. Thanks,
And
man.
we're gonna have a big man, straddle on the button.
Got played.
Got one. Ten. Straddle on the button.
Just let me.
No, not for you. Fold 9.
Yeah, ending it early tonight.
Yeah.
No viewers.
Fold 1, call 2, call 3.
Was it 10?
10. Straddle. Call 4.
11 balls.
Fold 5. Fold 6. Fold 7. Check 8. 4 players. Check 2. $35 to bet from 3. Call 4. Fold 3. Fold 2. Heads up. Check 3. 50 is the bet from 4. Call 3. Check 3. 100 is the bet from 4. Call 3. Button is good. Thank you.
You're in the bounty window, right? You're in the bounty time?
Yeah.
That should be a fun tournament.
I want to play 6 max. That should be fun. But it's flying high. Big flying. But it's $500 bounty. $2,100 buy-in, 6 max, $500 bounty. $100 buy-in.
Straddle on the 9. Straddle. The nickel.
And just a little heads up, in about 15 minutes, got a relatively big hand. We had 2 clocks called on some decision making. Be interesting to see how that hand played out. I missed all the action up to that point, but that'll be fun to see. Not that fun if it takes if it's long enough for 2 people to call the clock on the same street, but it's definitely a big hand, lots of action. So look forward to that in about 15 minutes. There's a tease for you.
Thank you. 10.
Trey has locked this hand up. He's betting. Nobody has anything to call here, so aces and kings are good. Take this one.
Thank you.
And you heard in the background, high hand is in play right now. $500 every 30 minutes. Goes until 11 o'clock. This table is eligible. And if you are in the area, 201 Monument Road, come and try your hand, winning one of those $500 high hands. We got Trey here with pocket nines raising to $20. Williams and Don is in. William with 8-7 of hearts. Don flats with ace, deuce of spades on the button. 3 players. Queen high flop. Pair of fours, 2 spades. Don with the nut flush draw. Trey puts the C-bet in with his pocket nines, $35. Don with the button and the spade draw. Makes the call. Surprise there. 8 of clubs on the turn is a blank. Trey still firing. 60. I hear the call. There it is by Don going to the river. Jack of diamonds, no spade for Don, no ace. His nines are good, Trey's, and he checks it. Don checks right behind. 9s and 4s. Monster draw, Trey. Don might have missed a bet there. I don't know if Trey calls everything on the river there. Unless he puts him on a busted flush draw, which he was. A couple players away from the table at the moment.
You can just take it. It's right there.
Billy, I'm going to murder you. You didn't hear my joke. Raise 25. Seat 9. 25.
All right, Yao. Pocket 8s, raising to $25 pre. Don calls with an ace. Russ out of the small blind, folds a king queen. We got heads up action. Queen high flop, 2 hearts. Now checks his 8s, allowing Don to bet. Now lays it down. I believe this is the hand. We're going to see some action here. Kevin calls the $5 with pocket deuces. Under Russ on the button, who flats. William checks the big blind. Interesting, this starting out pretty slow. Ooh, a set. Kevin flopping a set of deuces. William checks. See what Kevin elects to do here on the flop. $15 in the pot. He bets 10. Russ with the flush draw. He makes the call. We're going to be heads up here to the turn. 10 of clubs. Russ here with an open-ended straight draw. Kevin with the set of deuces. Again, we're betting about the pot there, $25. And we got a raise. Russ raising the button here with an open-ended straight draw to 75. And with bottom set, with a flush draw and the straight draw, Kevin just, he elects to flat in this spot. It's definitely a raise, like he needs to raise that turn there. Because the queen came. Giving Russ the straight on the river. Kevin definitely missed out on a raise there. Can't feel good about that river. It's very it's taking his time here. Oh, he checked. Okay, over to Russ. Oh no, he didn't check. I didn't think he did. So he bets 350. Or maybe I missed a bet by Russ there. Okay, so I guess Kevin checked. Russ bets 100 on the river. Then we got a raise to 350. I mean, Russ has got the nuts. So he's just gonna, we're gonna figure out what. Gotta figure out what we can do here to maximize our profits when you got the nuts on the river and someone's raising you. There's a small chance you're chopping. I mean, it's hard to tell the way the betting went down. Kevin raising to $350. Russ here. Sitting, he's got 2K behind. King Jack the nuts. You're right, I'm sorry. He is not flint. Is he breathing? I mean, yeah. Okay, King Jack's the nuts. That was my bad, guys. But the way the betting goes, when you look at the hand and the run out, like it's really hard. It's going to be really hard to put somebody on King Jack here in this spot. That's what I'm. Yeah, effectively, it's the like the right. Thank you, Jack. Like you can't put someone on King Jack here. Especially when you look at the turn. I don't know if King Jack calls a raise on the turn unless it's King Jack of Hearts. I mean, he could have King Jack of Hearts calls the turn, a raise on the turn. Got to think about this, all the possibilities. Definitely taking our time here. This is a big hand. As Russ is sitting here trying to figure out if, can Kevin have King Jack here? Would that mean? I mean, no. So he doesn't have King Jack of Hearts. There we go. That solves that. Russ with the Jack of Hearts. So, yeah, I don't think you can put him on King Jack. You really can't. Oh, don't worry. The clock does get called. This is the hand I was talking about. Step out of my cave for this one. So a little I do know what happens. Just trying to Hollywood it for you guys.
We'll have a decision. Don't worry about it.
That's a big decision.
Yeah, we're waiting on Russ to decide what he wants to do here. He's facing a raise to $350. A player at the table called clock, so we're just waiting for the floor, me, to get over there to the table and give him a countdown.
Okay, how much time that? Okay. 7 minutes to go. 30-second warning, 10-second count.
Come on.
And we got the shove. Moves all in here. Putting the pressure back onto Kevin. Saying, if you've got King Jack, take it. But he's got to feel great. He wasn't snapped off, so Russ is feeling just awesome right now. He knows he won. He's a winner. If you're not snapped off here, you're good. So now Kevin going in the tank. William told me, hey, don't go far. Kevin's got to figure out, did he make it to the straight? Did he call, like, I mean, the betting really wasn't that bad. I mean, so now he's got to think, well, how does a straight get there? You know, you got the jack, you got a jack 8 of hearts, king jack of hearts, you got the heart draw, so you pick up the straight draw on the turn, so you're going to call. Raise kind of makes sense if you've got the flush draw with the straight draw on the turn. Russ puts Kevin all in with this if he calls. He will be felted if he calls. We give him a reasonable amount of time to make a decision. If a player does call clock, floor comes up, first thing we do is ask the dealer, hey, have they had enough time to make a decision? It's not necessarily a time limit for cash games. It's more of a judgment call based on the situation. Leave it up to the dealer to let the floor know if he's had enough time, and if that's the case, then we give him a minute. Here on cash games at least, a minute with a 30-second warning, 10-second countdown. At the end of the countdown, the hand is dead. Tournament's a little different. If clock is called in a tournament, the floor comes over and they get a 30-second countdown. Now he shows what he's contemplating. Set of deuces that he flopped. Trying to get a read out of Russ here. Shows the deuces. Yeah, Gary, Russ does have the straight. River the straight with the queen. Queen high straight. I mean, as a florist, the first for me. I was right behind, ready to, yeah, you can see me walking away. Player called the clock on Kevin there. I've never had the clock call twice on the same street.
I had it.
Yeah. No, I know.
That's a tough call for Kevin there. After Russ taking his time, just not even breathing, sitting there, couldn't get a tell, man, and it worked. It paid off.
King queen goes along.
Gets paid off. Russ in the 5 seat with the queen high straight gets paid off there, knocking out Kevin, felting him. Take a look at the cumulative winnings thus far. Russ now, after that hand, up over $2,500 on this game. He is the winner right now in this 2-5 game. The next player is only up $280. Big hand for Russ there. That's right, Mike. Think long, think wrong. That's a good one. Although it worked out for Russ.
Yeah.
To be fair,
He
took quite a bit of time to think about that raise, all-in raise on the river, and it worked. Moving on, next hand, Yao picks up pocket tens, raises to $25. Russ folded one of his tens. See if anybody else gives him some action. Clint with the big blind lays it down. Yao picking up the blinds with pocket tens.
I don't think I've ever called block on anyone. I wasn't trying to be that guy.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's like 5 minutes, man.
I knew it was a long time. I'm just like,
I thought they were going to say it
it's
before
like,
me.
is there any way this guy can,
Yeah.
or like anything that
You
he's gonna
did
call?
the best thing you could have done. Nice hand.
I was thinking it's a set over set situation.
I mean,
That was awesome.
What?
not,
Oh,
like,
okay.
Queen 6 offsuit. John raises to 20 bucks. Gonna have some fun with John tonight, I can tell. The fans he's playing and raising with. Russ makes the call. Ace Queen over to Yao. Ace King out of the big blind. Got a 3-bet in, $75. Back to John, the original raiser.
75?
No fear. Makes the call. Queen 6 off. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get a read off of this guy, that's for sure. But Russ lays it down. Yao. John, heads up to the flop after a 3-bet for Trey. 2 clubs. And I mean, that might be it very well could be a great flop for John to bet here. Yao starts the action. First act, $65. Big raise by John here. Might get Yao to fold. I mean, he's got it. I mean, he laid it down. It's a good lay down. But I feel like in that spot, you're playing Queen 6. Somebody raising big pre-flop like that, and that board comes out, you might be good. Or at least you might be able to bet him off the hand. Looks like Kevin is rejoining the table. Max buying 1,500. This 2-5 no limit hold'em deep game. A 15-minute delay streaming out of Jacksonville, Florida. Thank everybody for joining us here on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Be sure to hit that follow button, hit that like, so that you can get updates whenever we do go live. Sorry, Chantel, about the 2-2 game being canceled on Tuesday. I don't know. I was not here. I don't know what happened there. Apologies. But I hope you got some good action in. Some good poker in while you were here. Four players to the flop, 8 high board, 2 hearts. And John flopping a pair of 6s. He looks like the kind of guy who's going to bet any pair that he hits on the flop. He does, $20. Clint, though, right behind with the open-ended straight draw, raises to 75. Back to John.
60?
All right, next time you're here and I'm running this thing, you get an extra drink on me, Chantel, that's for sure. Sorry about that mix-up.
Sure.
Ask for Wes. Ten of spades on the turn. John checks again. About $200 in the pot. Clint's betting 90. Oh, I like that. Raised to 300 out of John. Interesting here. Clint with the open-ended straight draw. There are 2 flush draws on the board.
Yeah. I'm terrible.
Good eye.
John was the John called Clint's raise on the flop. Then we got the check raise here on the turn. Got to throw up some red flags for Clint. Don't be surprised if he calls. But he does lay it down. Just like you said, well-timed raise there by John. Chips up about 200 bucks.
Raise your hand, don't call the flop, you need that extra? No, we don't. They don't want it. Oh, sorry.
9. Thank you.
For every other hand that I haven't done.
I'll
Wow.
split it with Billy. I'll split it.
Okay. I was like, is there something different? Because maybe I missed it.
9. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
9
Just-
raises.
You're in the room. You can
9's
see
on the
anybody that
shadow.
works here.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know.
They will not turn it down.
You're the big blind, okay?
Yep. I didn't.
And it's 10 to call, guys. On you, Scott.
Good to know. Bless his heart.
3 folds. Thank you.
Thank you. On me?
Mm-hmm.
Check.
Shadow. 4 calls. 5 folds. 6 folds. 7 raises to 40. 8 folds. 9 folds.
Damn it, man, 30 minute show. Yeah, 3 hands. God, please.
Well, 8 hands, but who's counting?
No, wait.
Alright, small blind, big blind. Six folds, 7 raises to 20, 8 folds. 9 folds, 3 folds, 4 folds, 5 folds. 3 fives.
Check.
We got 3 players to flop here. Queen high, 3 diamonds. Clint flops the flush after he was the after he raised pre-flop with 6-4 diamonds, and he hits it. Interesting here, Yao with a pair of queens. He does make that call. $45. Back to John with nothing. He's thinking about it though, for some reason. Or maybe he forgot he's in the hand. No, he lays it down. Heads up between Clint and Yao. Yao drawing super thin. He needs to go perfect here. And that's a good start, turning a trip queens. Yeah, this one, we're going to see some fireworks here, I'd imagine. $150 in the pot. Clint bets 90. And Yao calls. Let's see what the river has. Oh, does not pair the board. Clint's flush is good. Let's see if we can get anything more out of Yao. $335 in the pot. Let's see what kind of value you can get here. Oh, he's going to get paid off then, definitely. 165. Just hope Yao doesn't get frisky and put a raise in, for his sake at least.
Y'all is funny, man. Y'all is funny.
So I said, welcome back.
Yeah, I know.
He's calling.
Trust me, it was recognized.
Call the flop on the turn. Can you put him on a flush? I mean, screaming value here, that bet.
See you there.
Gotta love.
Holding trip queens.
You don't really love.
I like Jacksonville.
I've been to Vegas.
I really don't see him folding here. I'd be surprised.
I just don't think I can live there. You know?
I lived
There's
there.
enough trees.
See, I lived there before, and that's what I said. I don't think I'm supposed to have constant access to the casino like that.
Yeah.
But if you got willpower, you know.
Oh, yeah. No, I worked there over the summer. And
Got
I
another
really loved
tank
it.
situation here.
I loved it, but I also, there was enough
Full
trees.
disclosure, there was not a clock called this particular hand, at least by me.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Yeah. You didn't like working out there?
Oh, no, I like that. 9 calls. I'm going back next summer.
He does call, and Clint shows the flush. Yao into Mux. Clint getting paid off. He probably, you're right, Jack. He could have been paid. He could have gotten a lot more.
Thank you.
Those summers out there are dreadful though.
It wasn't that bad though, because I'd rather have the heat than the humidity, you know?
Yeah,
It's so humid.
definitely.
I got back here, I was drenched. I was like,
All right,
what
guys, I'm
is
going to
this?
step away for just a second, work on something, and I will be back momentarily. Enjoy the poker. Again, streaming out of Jacksonville, Florida. This is Best Bet Live. Got a 2-5 no limit hold'em deep game, $1,500 max buy-in. Enjoy the show. I'll be right back.
I get grandparents in Kentucky. It's like, it's hot, but it's not, you don't walk out and start sweating. Yeah. It's just kind of hot, you know? You can come back in and you feel all right. It's just damp inside. But if you came from Vegas?
No, I came from Columbia.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived there about 2-3 years ago.
Nice. I want to come. And you got the mountains and everything up there, right? And snow?
It is better than Cherokee, sometimes.
So, yeah, depending on where you're
North
at.
Carolina more so.
Oh, yeah?
Where the mountains are.
That's pretty cool. We don't never get that here.
7 makes 25, 8 folds, 9 folds, 1 fold, 2 calls, 3 folds, 4 folds, 5 folds, 6 folds, heads up. 7 checks, 2 checks. 20 into that 7. Call 2. Check 7, check 2.
That was my one time.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Oh yeah, you did right by Cherokee.
4,200 foot in the air, so it can be 90 degrees in the valley,
Snowing.
75 a mile.
Where at?
I live in Waynesville, North Carolina. Over the mountain, for sure.
I run so bad in Cherokee. What is it?
8 folds,
No full of home.
Yeah.
20 bucks, 9, 1 fold. 2 folds, 3 folds. Call 4. Raise to 80 from the 5. Fold 6, fold 7. Call 4. Heads up. 50 is the bet on 4. Four, 5.
You do 15 or 20 bucks?
I can. I just what earlier I had right now. Yeah. Yeah, we can do
So I
it.
can start.
Someone stole my beer. Aaron, you want to add that? You want to add 500 to the 9 seat, so we're 5 behind? Nine folds. Call one. Raise the 25 from the 2. One call, 2 makes 25. 3 call, 4 call, 6 call, 7 call.
Everybody go?
Almost got
3 calls, 4 calls, 6 calls, 7 calls, 8 calls. Maybe 1 after it. 7 calls. Fold. 7 chips. 1 chip. 2 bets. Call 3. Fold 4. Fold 6. Fold 7. Fold 1. Set 2. Bet 125 from the 3. Call 2. Check 2. Check 3.
You're playing a bit bad.
I'm good. So 1 bird. Ready? So 1 big blind and the 9. 1 big. And 4 is missing. Yep. How do you do? Nope. Scramble. 1 makes 20. 2 calls. Call 3. Fold 4. Fold 5. Fold 6. Call 7. Call 9. 5 players.
No. I took 100 off and got bread.
Check 9. $45 is the bet for 1. Call 2. Fold 3. Fold 7. Fold 9. Heads up. Check 1. $80. Bet 2. Call 1. Check 1.
A little foreshadowing. Got another big hand coming your way in about 15 minutes, give or take. Got the clock called again. These guys are very deliberate in their decisions tonight. Look forward to seeing that. Over here, Kevin checked over to Don, trip sixes. And I'm pretty sure anything he bets is going to get a fold, and that's what happens. Move on to the next hand.
Yeah, a little bit, but not all that. No, it was not short. So he's straddling the button with the backhand. Correct. Oh, you threw that in? Okay, so yeah.
Again, if you're just joining us, thank you for tuning in. Best Bet Live, streaming out of Jacksonville, Florida. Tonight we got a 2-5 no-limit hold'em deep game. That's a $1,500 max buy-in. Normally it's $800 max. Stacks are pretty big here. We've had a couple big hands, namely Russ felting Kevin. Let's see one. Russ currently up almost $2,500 since we started the stream. Big winner of the night so far. Pretty much the only big winner of the night. Got 5 players to the flop here. King high board, 2 spades. And William using position, gets a bet in, and he scoops that one. Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely would take my time there. It was very interesting to watch it play out. Almost no action at all. Pre-flop, flop, and turn. Everything happened on the river.
He still ain't got it. Somebody's pass out.
And like I said, when Russ moved all in with that queen high straight, the second that Kevin didn't snap him off, he knew he was good. That's got to be a good feeling. I personally don't run that good when I play. When I play, the guy has the king high straight, snaps me off before I even push my chips in.
Call 9. Call 2. 3 players. Check 2. $75. Fold 9.
That's just something we monitor. The dealer keeps an eye out for that. The other dealer that switches out, who's sitting on the side, who's keeping track of all the action, monitors that. And I guess I'm the third line of defense here, watching, even though it's on a 15-minute delay. Pretty good about not watching that. I think I've only seen it like once or twice over the past couple of years. Someone. Watch that, and I mean it's on a 15-minute delay, so they're not going to get, you know, too much information. I mean, yeah, they're going to see hands that they didn't know about, but I mean it's no different than if they have a buddy watching at home, texting them information as the night goes on. But we don't see that happen very much at all. We got a $10 button straddle here. Anybody has anything to call with? Clint, suited 10 Trey, raises to 30. Late position. Kevin electing to defend the straddle. Jack 7 of hearts makes the call, heads up. And he flops a jack. Clint's first to act, checks it over to Kevin. Flop 2 pair, actually. And all he had to do was reach for his chips, and Clint was going to fold that one. Nice flop for Kevin there.
Give it a weird taste.
So everybody planning to come down here to Jacksonville for the WPT Best Bet Bounty Scramble Series. All sorts of events going on here. Wide range of buy-ins. You can check out the schedule of events, bestbetjacks.com/tournament/bounty scramble. And just a reminder, event number 5, $200 buy-in, 50K guaranteed prize pool. That's 4 flights, the 30th and the 1st, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. each of those days. In addition to the prize pool, or in addition to whatever first place ends up getting, we are adding on another 5K. We're doing a $5,000 seat to the winner of that event to go into the main event, $5,000 buy-in, $1 million guarantee. It's not advertised right now on the website or on the structure sheet. I just want to let you guys know that we are adding that. Not coming out of the prize pool, so it's going to be pretty cool. So it's a $200 buy-in, 50K guaranteed, 15,000 starting chips, 30-minute levels. We'll be streaming the final table here, Best Bet Live.
I wasn't sure.
Oh, gotcha. Hold 6, hold 7. So they share with everybody, or fold. 25 is the raise. 3 fold.
What is it?
25. 4.
We're going to raise here $25 by Don in the 2-seat. Ace Queen off suit. 3 callers. Some pretty subpar hands. Ace, ace, 8 on the flop. Don has trip aces after raising pre-flop. That's got to feel pretty good. John's going to start the action, though, betting $25. He's got 2 pair aces and 8s. Don just flats. Turn comes Jack of Hearts.
50 is the best on 4.
And John's barreling again, $50.
Can I get dynamite rolls?
And again, Don just flats. Trip aces. Oh, sorry. I looked like he had calling chips. That's a raise. 115. So And with that, John moves all in. Doesn't put him on the ace or a jack, or I mean, if he does put him on a jack, it's very unlikely he has an ace.
2 words.
So we got the
Yes, thank you.
John betting $50 on the turn, Don raising to 115, and then John shoving all in on top. And now Don is tanking about this, thinking, what is going on here in this spot? I mean, it's an interesting hand. You look at pre-flop action. Don was the raiser, and John just flats out of the small blind. Oh, big blind, excuse me. Flop comes. John checks, or John bets, excuse me. John bets the flop. Then Don just flats, again, with trip aces, and then on the turn. Here's where we are. What is he thinking? I mean, you can put him on a boat. Ace King, maybe. I feel like Ace King raises pre-flop, especially John. If John has Ace King, if this dude has Ace King pre-flop, he's gonna put the 3-bet in. So I don't think you can put him Ace King or even Ace Jack. This guy, he's been so loose tonight. Maybe Ace 8. Like any hand that beats you, yeah. I know he just called, but the way John's been playing, any hand that beats Don here, he would have 3-bet pre-flop. I feel like. I really think that pocket jacks here, John raises. He makes it more than $25 pre-flop the way he's been going. I mean, yeah, it's got to be the only thing you put him on here. Did his kicker pair? And he's got a boat, and I'm drawn to a queen. Maybe pocket eights. I mean, he was raised, so he bet. So John bets 50 when Don raises to 115. John with 900 bucks left. It's not a horrible move to shove all in if he has something. I'm just very surprised that Don hasn't made the call yet. But again, here's the other hand. Another player did call the clock in this hand, so. I will be.
$630 more than me. More like 800. Got 50 out. 50. It's like 800 total-ish.
Oh, don't worry. Clock is called. Just a wild hand. Yeah, I mean, but you put him on a flop. I don't know. I'm going to want to see it. And he open mucks. He open mucks ace queen to John's all in there. Does John show? It's good for the game. No, he does not. He doesn't show. I'm sure that Don's getting a couple texts right now as we speak to let him know what happened there. Wow. Big laydown by Don. Just he didn't want to lose all his chips, I guess. Scared.
I like
Scared money don't make money. That's what they say.
I mean, you'll
Wow.
in the beginning and at the end, they're just cut. He said in the beginning. Like, man, you're a really good guy. At the end of the day. Hey, man, I wish I never knew you.
8 fold, 7 fold, 8 fold, 9 makes it 20.
Yeah. I'm big.
That moves the bag button.
Wow.
You'll see it if they show it off.
Crazy hand there, that's for sure.
Huh? Had a pair.
Oh, he's telling him he had a pair. Oh. Don's got to be sick to his stomach hearing that. Anyway, moving on here. Trip 7s for Trey. Great flop for him. Drawn pretty much dead on Yao and Don.
I don't know how you made that forward. You said, ah, shit. Good run up.
Yeah, you call? You call there?
Will I call? Probably.
Yes, technically he doesn't have the nuts or the best hand, but if you've been watching the play when it comes to this particular player, personally I put him on almost exactly the same thing. You know, 2 pair flush draw maybe. the way that John's been playing, there should not have been that much of a tank at all to make that call.
You call? I forward to the.
You gotta play the player.
You run like a little girl. You did the same thing to him.
Now, if Russ in the 5 seat, if he makes that move, yeah, I probably take that long, and I don't know. I don't think I fold there either. I still got to see it the way the action played out.
Trying to get up the L
But
stack,
hey, good bet by John, that's for
my
sure.
way up there, man. I got to be a big boy. Trying to get up to where y'all are at. Give me some time, all right?
Go look at it, man. Go look at the hand, man. Go back and let it tell him what he got.
Call 4. Call 5. Fold 6.
Oh, man, you already pulled it, too. No, wait, let's see if you're what hand you play. I haven't seen you play in a
Tell
while.
me when you want me to play. When you want me to play. Next hand?
Next hand.
I mean,
Next hand.
I mean,
All the way to the turn. After that, you don't have to play.
Check it.
When I get to eat, tsunami roll.
Ah, I know. I just ordered.
They're really good.
That's
I got the
great.
tuna tataki.
How many people? 3. 3? 25.
And I got edamame.
5 is the best one 4.
I'm not big on that one.
No?
100 is the best one 5. Fold 9.
Can't do it.
I was hoping you didn't see all of them.
That's a 1.
Straight up.
Really?
All right.
Something said, don't play with
You played the last hand.
Look.
Yeah.
That was your one.
That one hand you dominated on was a huge hand.
Yeah,
It's probably the best hand I've seen all night.
that was a big one.
You sat on it for a while, but you were correct the entire way. I was very happy about that. Watching it.
It was a little bit too long.
Me too.
It's all that matters.
Yeah.
Who cares?
They need to fix that damn lower.
Yeah.
I thought you said mower.
Yeah, the mower needs to be fixed.
Door and the mower. Wow.
Great killer. were talking a lot
You
earlier
said you want
too.
me to next hand, right? You said
I did. I said until the turn.
Right?
Man, you were like, this is working out perfect. You know what? I'm kind of happy you did. Oh. Me, you, and one other.
I promise I ain't pulling this head.
It's only a $5 bet. I'll let it go.
Appreciate it. Still be playing next hand. I wouldn't have played if you didn't say it. I didn't have a bluff. A bluff. I don't bluff.
Oh, you got a real hand?
I bluff all the time.
That's some good timing. You pull it out, play the next hand, and pick up the hand.
Are you bluffing by saying that?
Maybe.
He
I'm
told
just
me to
waiting
play
on
next
the
hand. I
sushi
played
to come back. Because you got sushi. Oh, man. It's awesome.
Look over the hand there, though.
Take a look at the cumulative winnings so far tonight. Again, Russ still sitting pretty up over $2,600 since we started the stream. The next player is just John, up $640. Everybody else up a little bit. Big losers so far, though, Yao and Kevin. Plenty of time, plenty of poker left to claw their way out of that hole. Those holes, any more action to go.
What's he done?
Yeah, I missed it. I had to go out and fix the technical issue, so I did miss that hand if that happened. But having watched some of the play tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if that did happen.
See, I don't like that spicy. Yeah, that's what I do on the other one. No, might be.
John,
How much?
70.
Cool.
Three fives.
Three players of the flop here. 10 high board, 2 hearts. Clint picks up the heart draw on the button. William checks ace king over to John with top pair. He bets it. $100. About half the pot. Should see a raise out of Clint here.
Second raise is 313. 8 fives.
315 to go. William folds back to John with top pair. Sorry for the lagging. That was the issue I had to step away to fix. Hopefully in a few hands that will be resolved. We'll be caught up on the action. Back to John here with top pair facing a raise from Clint. Let's see if he's got another miracle shove here to to get somebody to fold. I don't see Clint folding in this spot, though. Oh, John's all in.
7 calls.
And he snaps. Looking for the heart. Picks up a queen on the turn. And just like that, Clint just felts John, hitting his queen on the turn. Good move. It just didn't work this time. The heart didn't get there. Fortunately for John, the queen did.
Hey, they scheme. Yeah.
That's why I like it so much. They're honest.
You were complaining because you don't gamble.
No, I didn't talk about it. All right.
Are checking the chip stacks, make sure indeed John is covered here. According to our numbers, he was covered. But sometimes those aren't as accurate. Yeah, he's got you covered. It was a good game, John. We enjoyed it.
Wait, you left your 4.
I don't think he's coming back in either.
No, you can keep that.
Thank you.
Makes up for that, can't use that other cable.
What?
Ooh.
That makes up for the hand of the other cable.
Ooh, boy, a couple of big hands here tonight.
Really got that straight plus draw.
Pretty good action so far. This 2-5 no-limit hold'em deep game, $1,500 max buy-in.
Thank you.
Best Bet Live, streaming out of Jacksonville, Florida. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. You know, a little slow in some parts, but there have been some very big hands. Fun hands to watch, that's for sure. So after that one, Clint is now up almost $1,500 since the start of the stream. So Yao and Kevin deep
Oh, it came up already?
in this 2-5 game.
8-9?
A little over an hour to go.
I didn't know if you were that far ahead, but I thought
Plenty
you
of
were,
action here.
like ahead.
And all that money still on the table.
I understand why he shoved 800 into a $200 pot. Like,
That was what made you call.
That's exactly what's going on here. Don is just hating himself for making that fold earlier.
What's up?
And here between Yao and William, Yao flopping a pair of aces, checks to let William bet. Yao calls him, king of clubs on the turn. There are 2 flush draws. Yao uncharacteristically checking top pair here. Bet on the river though, the way things have gone, William might think his 7 is good. $60 into that pot. Yeah, William's going to pay him off here. Now I'm going to show the ace. Nice hand.
Thank you.
Can you do the commentating?
Don't worry, Clint. It's the commentary is not that great. You're not missing out on it. Now with the button and 6-5 raises. 20 to go. Don is in with Queen Jack. Gonna be heads up to the flop. Sorry, Kevin did fold. Yeah, like I told you, the laptop they're using out there is just lagging a little bit. Hopefully I was able to go out there and fix the problem. We won't have any of those issues anymore. Flop comes ace, ace 10. Don checks it. Yao. Yeah, we might not be able to follow the action here, guys. Oh, you have a straight here. Don has the straight ace high. We're checking it though. Not trying to. Don doesn't want to, I don't know, try for a little extra cash. I guess it's hard to. 2 pair on the board. Don complaining that he just still in his head. John's still in his head from earlier. You're right, he could have quads. Could have quads.
My girl said that you got love on my hand. Yeah, I know. You got an 8.
Couple empty seats here. If you're interested, come on down. Play this 2-5 game, 201 Monument Road, Jacksonville, Florida. 2-5 no limit hold'em deep. $1,500 max buy-in. Open seats. Oh yeah, we're joined by proxy maybe. Yeah, this is gonna be a hand. We're not gonna see much action here as I had to go out there and fix the computer. So sorry about this. We will be catching up though, fixing those issues. Just bear with us. Just a reminder, we do have the WPT coming into town. Best Bet Bounty Scramble coming your way. Our main event, $5,000 buy-in, $1 million guaranteed. That main event Friday, October 11th, day 1A. Saturday, October 12th, day 1B. Noon starts on both days. $5,000 buy-in is going to get you $40,000 in starting chips. We're going to be streaming the final table of that event here on Best Bet Live. But we're going to have plenty of action in that event as there are bounties galore. Featured bounties worth $2,500. Matt Savage, Anthony Zeno, Tyler Patterson, Allie McDeal, Bart Hansen, Joe Kim, Lena Evans, Jessica Dolly. We got James Calderaro, Mike Sexton, locals Paul Petralia, Nabil Harezi, John Racner, and many more. You want to view all of our bounties, visit our website for a complete and updated list, bestbetjacks.com. We add bounties the day of the event, too. Just depends on who shows up to play. There's always going to be some big faces coming into town. We can talk them into being a bounty. They are more than willing to do so. We're going to add to that list. For more information on that whole event schedule, be sure to visit our website, bestbetjacks.com. But everything kicks off this weekend. Event number 1, we've got 4 flights, Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. each day. $360 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament, 100K guarantee. 30-minute levels on day 1, 40-minute levels on day 2. We're going to live stream the final table of that event as well. And be sure to take note, event number 5. Again, event number 5, $200 no limit hold'em, 50K guarantee. We got 4 flights into that one. the 30th and the 1st, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. On top of whatever first place ends up being, we're going to be adding one of those $5,000 main event seats. So be sure to try your hand at that tournament as well. Plenty of action in town, both cash and tournament, whenever WPT comes around. Again, we are working on getting the system caught up. I think this is the hand. I think we're good now. Everything should be clear sailing from here. Scott lays down a weak ace. Don's 2 pair. You're just tuning in. Thank you for joining us here, Best Bet Live. Again, 2-5, no limit hold'em deep game. Should hit that follow button. Watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, so get up to date notifications whenever we go live. You can also watch any of our archive streams on any of those sites. Watch some old games, tournament, and cash. Plenty of action to watch, plenty of content. We always enjoy new viewers, so thanks for joining us. Don picking up pocket queens, raises to $30. Scott snaps pocket trays right behind him. Trey is in there. 7-6 of spades, 3 players to the flop.
Great player.
Jack 5-5. Don likes that flop. Puts the C bet in. 55 or 60, yeah, $60 into $100. Scott's got 2 pair, thinking about it. Hard to make the call though. Over pair on the board and an overcard. Fairly certain Trey is going to fold right behind him, whatever Scott does. He's getting a call together. Surprising. Makes the call. It definitely helps knowing that you can put a move on Don in this spot, in any spot here, and get him to fold. 8 on the turn. Doesn't really change anything. Club draw is alive. So, yeah, Don bets and gets Scott to fold.
Thank you.
Scott here on the river betting $80, busted flush draw. Scott's been calling Yao the whole way. Checks the turn. Yeah, probably calls here. Not put it. I don't think he's going to put him on a king. No, he does lay it down. A little out of character.
Thanks, Scott.
For Yao at least, but makes the lay down. Scott takes it down. Betting his busted flush draw on the river. And not getting called.
You didn't have a pair?
I have a pair.
Yeah, you have a pair?
What you have?
Two pair.
Two pair.
Pair of hearts in his hand.
Six balls. 7 is a 9 calls. 20. The raise is a 65.
Don puts the 3-bet in with pocket 9s. Action back to Clint. 8-6 off. Makes the call. Yao with a suited king. There's 20 more to call. Sorry, 45 more to call. Queen high board. Yao with the flush draw. 2 spades. Don checks his 9s. Clint does not have much of anything right here. Running straight cards that aren't spades. He checks, and Yao going to bet his flush draw.
9, that's $115.
$115. Don makes the call with pocket 9s. Clint, yeah, he's going to lay this one down. Heads up to the turn.
Heads up.
And the spade gets there. Don checks. Yeah, it would be well served to check here. Try to get Don to bet the river. He does elect to bet, and that's probably going to be enough to get Don to fold. And it does. Missed a check there, in my opinion. Try to get something out of Don on the river, but anytime you're dragging the pot, you've done something right along the way. Move on to the next hand.
Strato, send a call. 3 calls. 5, 6, 7, 9, 1 call. 2 raises. 40. Three calls. 4 players. 3 players. What's up? Thank you.
Yao picks up ace queen offsuit. Free flop raises to $20. Don makes the call. Scott next up lays it down. Russ pocket deuces out of the small blind. He makes the call. Five, 5, 6. Not sure what Don has. The reader's not picking up his hand. That particular seat's a little temperamental. Russ, though, does have 2 pair. Don, after everybody checks, puts 40 in. Back to Yao. Pre-flop raiser. He's got the club blocker. Makes the call.
What's up?
Trey Hearts on the turn is a blank, but that slows Don down. And the ace spikes on the river. Yao with 2 pair aces and 5s. First to act. Club draw didn't get there. And he's getting a bet together. $160 in the pot. It's good enough to get Don to fold. Yao takes it down.
Thank you.
Scott, I wouldn't necessarily call him a hustler, but he's a reg here. He knows what he's doing. He knows what to say.
That's 20. 1 fold. Call 2. Fold 3. Fold 5.
Here we go, Yao with pocket tens. Only raises to $20. Got 3 callers to the flop. Queen high board, rainbow. Trey, though, flopping a set. He checks it. Clint checks right behind with top pair. And Yao putting the C-bet in. $50 in an $80 pot. No, sorry, $40. Don calling with king jack. This is interesting. Trey just he just limps here. Set. Clint, though, do not be surprised if Clint puts the raise in here with top pair, decent kicker. He does. 155. Back to Yao. Yeah, he lets it go. Rightfully so. Good fold, good lay down. Don, I don't know why you were in there, but fold. Back to Trey. Very interesting here. Flopping middle set. He hasn't shown any inkling as to what he has here. Makes the call. 8 clubs on the turn. Now, that's an interesting turn card. Clint with top pair and the flush draw to back it up. Trey checks his set yet again. Clint's doing all the betting for him. Why not? Oh, we got the check by Clint here. Free river is a 5 of diamonds. That's a blank. Interesting. So Trey's going to bet, and Clint's going to call. $470. Although it's kind of fishy, the kind of bet he's making here. I don't know why you don't just move all in at this point, betting that much. But we'll see how it works. $325. $470 in the pot. $325 is the bet. Flush draw didn't get there. Straight possible on the river. After Trey calls him down at every street. Possible he has a better queen. I mean, he check called the raise on the flop. Check called the raise and then called the re-raise on the flop. Got to put him on, at least a queen as well, the way that played out. Does he have a better queen than queen jack? I feel like if he did, he probably bets the turn to try to get the flush draw out. They check the turn down. Here we are on the river. Trey first to act leads out. Clint trying to figure out what to do in this spot. Makes the call. It's going to pay off Trey's set of 4s. I guess I would say he's lucky, like 4 clubs didn't come on the river, but I mean, really not that much more he was going to lose to Trey there. Trey pretty much all in, leaving himself just over $100. Big hand for Trey. Chipping his way back up, looking at the cumulative winnings tonight. Russ up over $2,500. Clint lost a bit of his edge there, but he's still up almost $900. Trey right behind, up almost $750. And you see Yao and Kevin they haven't been able to dig their way out of the hole quite yet.
Fold, 2 folds, 3 folds, 5 folds.
And after that hand, Trey picks up ace-king on the button. Raises to $20. Yao is in out of the big blind, ace-jack offsuit. And he hits his jack on the flop. Top pair, he checks it. Back to Trey, does not get the c-bet in. Turn comes the queen. Both check. Very surprised Yao's checking down here, being stuck and hitting a pair like that. Top pair on the flop. But it's good, he wins.
folds. 6 folds. Raise to 15 from 7. 9 folds. 2 folds.
A lot of big hands here tonight. Action's definitely slowing down quite a bit. Some of the action players have gone. And, two guys sitting on, one guy sitting on the vast majority of the chips. And I'm just going to be honest here. The way he's played tonight, great play, making good reads, good laydowns, good calls. I don't see any of that money leaving Russ's seat. So those chips are pretty much on lockdown. It's just a matter of what everybody else has in play. Clint still sitting on a pretty big stack there. Trey playing with a bunch. Yao still got a healthy bit of chips.
6 folds, 7 folds.
If you like what you see, be sure to hit that follow button so that you, or subscribe. Make sure that you can be up to date anytime we go live here at Best Bet Live. If you want to check out our upcoming streaming schedule, visit our website, bestbetjacks.com. That's Jacks with an X. Hit the poker tab, go down to Best Bet Live. You can see the upcoming stream schedule. Got a whole bunch of tournament action coming your way with WPT in town. Plenty of feature and final tables. Big action. And some pretty good cash games. If you see a cash game that you want to be a part of, send your information to Johnny P at bestbetjacks.com and get on the wait list for one of those so you can see yourself in one of these streams. Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. You can watch the archive footage there, past games, cash, and tournament alike.
Smash.
Appreciate you guys watching, tuning in for this action. 2-5 no limit hold'em deep game. It was a $1,500 max buy-in. Definitely can sense a bit of complacency here among the players that are left. They definitely lost interest. Not much talking going on either.
I'm not over that Bluff. No. Yeah.
Any table that's taking a break for
Drop.
Maybe taking a drop. He was saying because you said
not necessarily a rake, but that's pretty good. Yeah.
Get your win right, Billy.
break, then it's the same thing.
Well, no, like if you're shorthanded, then they won't take that side. But they'll keep taking
I
rake.
mean, you have to be under 4 people to not take that side. But I think I can only remember doing
10.25 is
that's not.
Yeah, that's the only one really.
I mean 5.10 though. 5.10 is in it.
5, 10, 25.
Time rate basically isn't.
Yeah. That's 20 from the 2.
So we do have a $20 raise here from Don. Pocket fours. Russ calls with a suited queen 10. Clint is in, protecting his big blind. 7 deuce of clubs. And a 7 hits the flop. Ace, 10, 7, 2 diamonds.
Check 2.
Russ with a pair of 10s. It's check to him. He elects to check the button. Free turn card is the 5 of hearts. Does not change anything. We're still checking. Look for Don with pocket fours. After all that checking, he's got to imagine he's got something good there. Bets his pair. $35. And Russ calls. Just woke up to call bet there. Don's going to check this river for sure. There it is. Russ, river's 2 pair. CV tries to make a bet here. I don't think he gets paid off really at all.
50 is the bet.
$50. It's Don to fold. We're going to move on to the next hand.
They don't keep this game full. Huh? I'm surprised this game don't stay full.
Well, the problem is the list. And once you're on the list and you're not on the table, if you're not in the room, you're just up in the lead if I saw a game. And then
2 bets 20, 3 folds, 5 folds, 7 folds.
I don't think the list was very long to begin with.
I think that was the last one I was looking for 10.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. No, there's a few people that came in after, but like, it's been listed for a minute for a while.
Yeah.
I feel like they had a few people on my left. They just didn't even call anybody.
Right.
Probably sit down at another 2-5 game.
Right. Yeah, just like,
I
I'm
don't
not
want to
going
get
to
up.
play. Yeah, I'm not going to play now. It's not like Live at the Bike and stuff where there's like people just begging to get in.
Call 3. Fold
You know,
5.
you got to be somebody to go. I'm on the bike.
25, 27. Call 9. Call 2. And call 3. Well, not sure if we have to.
Make some people say. Get some prop.
Table is abnormally short.
Hmm?
Check 9, check 2, check 3, check 7. People walking. Check 9. Check 2. 35 is the bet. 23. Fold 7. And fold around. 8. Game. Raise 25 and 7, 9 folds, 2 folds, 3 folds.
I'm not even gonna let him come in and scrape up my shit.
Come on.
No way.
Don't do a good cause.
Check 3. 25 is the bet. 7.
All right, here, looking at this hand. Heads up on the flop. Clint has ace-king. He bets at 25. Scott with ace-8. Backdoor straight draw. He's probably going to lay this down. Yeah, and he does. Definitely slowed down quite a bit here tonight. Had some good hands.
Amazing how
Some
that
good
drop
conversation.
line, you know, it's just
Real.
Appreciate all the
you know, I mean, every
talk
single
there in Twitch tonight. Facebook chat was lively as well.
pair, you don't get nothing on the flop, and then the very next
2-5, no limit, hold 'em deep game. $1,500 max buy-in.
one of your cards from the previous hand.
Not gonna lie, this thing's probably gonna end next hand or two. Just kind of breaks up on us, so enjoy these last couple hands while you can. Appreciate you guys sticking it out. So we do have the button straddle here for $10. Scott lays it down. Russ with Jack Trey. He folds the big blind. Clint with pocket sixes, though. And he announced the raise to 25. Well, thanks for joining us, Dina Co. We look forward to seeing you again in the future. in the future. You were the one from Oregon, right? Appreciate you tuning in, watching the stream. Sure to hit that subscribe button, follow us so that you can watch all of our future streams as well. Whole bunch coming your way in the next couple weeks. So Clint raises, so Don 3-bet there, the button, ace 10 of spades, Clint flat. So pocket sixes, heads up to the flop. Excuse me. King high board, 2 hearts, 1 spade for Don. Clint checks it over to Don, who bets it. 90. Not sure if Clint can make the call here. 2 overcards, but it's shorthanded. Pocket pair. Might try to see a turn. He does lay it down. Don takes that one. That was not what that was. Sorry, that was me hitting the microphone here. But thanks for keeping me honest, Devilfish. No, I agree. I wouldn't have been surprised if he put a raise in there with pocket sixes, the way he's been playing. Oh, well, I guess that was it.
Yeah.
I don't think.
The fish is out.
Okay, well, I guess that does it for us tonight here on Best Bet Live. I want to thank you guys for tuning in here, watching this 2-5 game. We appreciate it. Just a couple notes before I go. We've got WPT coming into town right now, starting this weekend. Event number 1, $360 buy-in. We got 4 flights into that, Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m., 6 p.m. It's a $100K guaranteed event with the final table being streamed here on Best Bet Live. We have, don't forget about event number 5. And that's going to be on Monday and Tuesday. Flights. We got 4 flights, again, 11 a.m., 6 p.m. on each of those days. $200 buy-in, $50K guaranteed. And in addition to whatever first place ends up being, we're going to be adding a $5,000 ticket to our main event. Again, that main event Friday and Saturday, October 11th and 12th, $5,000 buy-in. Noon starts on each of those days, $1 million guaranteed, plus all the bounties, $2,500. Professional poker players coming into town, featured bounties. If you want to check those out, visit our website, bestbetjacks.com, for more information on that, and for more information on all the events that are coming your way with WPT in town. My name is Wes. For everybody here at Best Bet, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. See you next time.